Good morning students. In the previous class we have seen about the Coleridge law, and today I am going to say the topic electrolytic cell and electrolysis. Let us see first of all electrolytic cell. What do you mean by electrolytic cell? So generally electrolytic cell, in electrochemistry, the electrical energy means the electrical energy is converted into chemical energy. Or here the electrical energy is converted into chemical energy. We are saying electrolytic cell here. Means when we apply current to the electrical energy, automatically it give chemical energy here. Okay, so here an external source of voltage means an external current is required here. Why? Because to get the chemical reaction it requires external current. Means what? We have to apply some battery, so that one will undergo under the process of the electrolysis. If we apply electrolysis means whenever the device way in which electrolysis carried out, means what? Here electrolysis is going to takes place. Okay, so means what? There in electrolysis the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. We call it as electrolysis. Reverse of this means what? Here the chemical energy which is converting into electrical energy, we call it as electrolysis. So here opposite direction we call it as electrolysis. So coming to here, what do you mean by electrolytic cell? External energy converted into chemical energy, we call it as electrolytic cell. Here the process means it required the process of the electrolysis. The process of electrolysis is involved in this. That one also we call it as electrolytic cell. Generally, so here the ions in electrolytic solutions, for example, if we have taken NaCl solution, so when you have taken NaCl solution, the ions in electrolytic solution will move random. For example, I have taken here some electrolytic solution, two electrodes placed. Okay, so here in electrolytic solution, for example Na plus electrons is there like this. So the electrons will move randomly. Means what? Here no current is produced. So whenever no current is applied here, the ions of the solution what will do? They will move randomly. Okay, so when you pass current here, means when you pass current to these two electrodes, so automatically what happens means the cations will move towards cathode and anions will move towards anode. Okay, so here means what? Positive charge move, cation means what? Positive charge moves toward the negative electrode, and negative charge moves toward the positive electrode. So this is about the electrolytic cell. So here for example I have taken copper sulfate solution. This is copper sulfate solution. In this two electrodes were placed with a battery external direct. Okay, with a direct DC is applied, direct current, direct voltage is applied to the two copper electrodes. So this is also copper electrode, this is also copper electrode. Okay, two copper electrodes were placed in the copper sulfate solution. So here if the copper sulfate will undergo here, what happens? It undergo oxidation and also reduction. So the cathode reaction will be here. This is a cathode which is known as reduction, means gaining of electrons is going to takes place here. And coming to anode here, means what here, loss of electrons is going to takes place. So here whenever means what here, the impure copper means at anode, this is the anode, so the impure copper is going to convert into the pure copper here. Okay, so means what, this copper is dissolved at anode and deposited at the cathode. So this is the anode, this is the cathode. So whenever the copper is deposited at anode means dissolved at anode and reduced at the cathode. So this is because of the industrial process, means what here, the anode impure copper is converting into copper of high purity. So this impure copper is an anode, and whenever electrolysis, whenever we dissolve an electrolysis, pure copper is got at cathode. Many metals like sodium, magnesium, aluminum are produced by electrochemical reduction of their cations. Means what here, no suitable reducing agents are available for this purpose, means we are not taking. So further means for we need correct current, means correct process. For this we have to apply the electrolysis. Okay, so here this is about electrolytic cell. Now coming to electrolysis. Electrolysis was discovered by Faraday. So the definition of electrolysis is the chemical, it is discovered by Faraday. Here the chemical decomposition of an electrolyte the chemical decomposition of an electrolyte by the influence of electric current is called as what here, electrolysis. So simply we can say the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. Okay, means what, the chemical decomposition of an electrolyte by the influence of electric current. So in the presence of electric current, what happening, the electrical energy is converting into chemical energy is converting into electrical energy. Means what, these all are non-spontaneous reactions. So this is also non-spontaneous reaction, this is also non-spontaneous reaction. Immediately it is not going to happen. Okay, so in this what happens, generally we are having the Faraday is discovered two laws, that is Faraday first law and second law. Okay, so here electrolysis made of two laws, Faraday's first law and Faraday's second law. So let us see what do you mean by Faraday's first law here. So here we require some amount of the substance which is discharged at electrodes. Okay, so means what here, the chemical decomposition of electrolyte by the influence of them. Means here for example I have been taken NaCl. So whenever I am taking NaCl, so how much we are taking, that one we require, means the amount of the substance, how much we are placing in the electrodes we should know. So how much quantity, means how much electricity is also producing, we should know. So here the definition of this is the amount of the substance substance deposited, either we placed or we eliminated, deposited or liberated, the amount of the substance deposited or liberated is directly proportional to the quantity of the current pass through the electrolyte. Okay, so means what here? What do you mean by Faraday's first law? The amount of the substance, whether it is deposited or liberated, means whether we are placing or not placing, is equal to the mass of the substance. Means the mass of the substance means the current passing through the electrolyte. So here what I have told you, the amount of the substance means the weight of the substance is directly proportional to the quantity of the current. So where W is equals to what here? Weight in grams, which means the amount of the substance. Amount of the substance deposited in grams. Okay, so now what about Q? Means quantity of the current passed through the electrolyte. Okay, so now W is equals to where W is nothing but what here? Q is nothing but, as we know here, C into T, where C indicates current in amperes, T is nothing but here seconds. Okay, time in seconds. As we know, current in amperes, charge is nothing but current in amperes, time in seconds. So here we can place Q is W is directly proportional to CT. As we know, Q is equals to CT, where C is current in amperes, T is time. So W is directly proportional to CT. W is equals to ECT, we can say. So whereas ECT is nothing but what here? What do you mean by E? E is nothing but constant. Okay, so electrochemical equivalent we can say, where E is equals to what? Electrochemical equivalent. Okay, so the weight of the substance deposited for only 1 coulomb of current we are taking, so that's why we have written this one E, electrochemical equivalent. C is, or we can write W is equals to EQ. Okay, so this is also we can write, or we can write this one. This is about Faraday's first law. So what do you mean by Faraday's first law? The amount of the substance deposited or liberated is directly proportional to quantity of current passed through the electrolyte. That is, W is directly proportional to Q. As we know, Q is nothing but charge into time. So charge is charge is equals to current into time. So current in amperes we are calculating, time in seconds we are calculating. So we can substitute in the place of Q. So W is directly proportional to CT, where W is equals to ECT. E is nothing but proportionality constant we can say, or we can say electrochemical equivalent. So this is about Faraday's first law. Now coming to Faraday's second law. Faraday's second law. So Faraday's second law is nothing but here we have taken only one electrolyte. If suppose if we are taking different electrolytes, means different substances, if we are taking, means how the Faraday's second law means in the same current, means what here? When the same current passes through different electrolytes, the weight of the substance deposited means what here in the second law, the amount of different substances means liberated when same current is passing through the electrolytic solution are equal to the proportional to chemical equivalent weight we can say, or we can say when the same current is passing to different electrolytes, the weight of the substance deposited will be in the ratio of the equivalent weights. Okay, so here what we will be getting, what I have told you, chemical equivalent weight I have told you. So same current is passing to different electrolytes, means different types of electrolytes we are taking, example NaCl, KCl, like this different electrolytes we are taking. So what happens, it is equal to the ratio of their equivalent weight. So W is directly proportional to E. We can say W1 by W2 is equals to E1 by E2, which means W1 W2 is in the ratio and E1 E2 will be the equivalent weight ratio. So as we know, W is equals to ECT or EQ, so we can say, which is calculated in coulombs here. Okay, so 1 Faraday is equals to 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. 1 coulomb is equals to 6.25 into 10 to the power minus 18 electrons. So this is about the Faraday's second law. Okay, so tomorrow I'll be explaining you product of electrolysis. Thank you.